Hi, my name is Kane. I was on the team Green Tips for this semester. So I just wanted to go ahead and give my portion of the social media campaign, how it went, everything that went wrong, everything that went good, overview of all of it, and what I think we could have done a little better. So obviously for our social media campaign, we went ahead and posted on all the different accounts multiple times a day. But specifically for the level 2 projects that we chose, the very first one that I'm not looking forward to talking about is we chose to hire a project from Fiverr. Now, initially, our first idea was to get a logo made, something like that, but we kind of had a logo that we had just made, and everything else just didn't really fit our group very well. So we did some deeper diving into Fiverr and some of the projects that people were offering, and we chose to go with a couple of different people actually after one of them didn't work out so well. But we chose to go with these people that were offering to promote your website or Facebook page on their own personal Facebooks where they supposedly had tons and tons of followers. Now, unfortunately, after a total of 30 some odd dollars, we saw no increase on either page due to the Fiverr projects. We made sure to hire two people that not only were rated top sellers, but we read through their reviews and there was multiple good reviews. I'm not sure exactly what went wrong. The most evidence they give you for the job they've done is a screenshot of the post. However, their personal pages are blocked off, so you can't see. It was really just a mistake on our part. We thought that doing the research on the person would lead us to find someone trustworthy. However, it seemed not to work that way. So Fiverr did not go well in that aspect. I think the communication between us and the Fiverr employees, I guess you'd call them, went really well. But besides that, the project itself did not go well. Had we had time to go, or if we were given a second chance on that matter, we probably would have chosen something different altogether, maybe a logo or a commercial. Well, the next thing we did though is we ran a social media web contest. It was very simple. We didn't want it to take too much work because we didn't want people to feel like they were taking too much time out of their day. All we required was for you to comment on our picture of what we were giving away with a green tip. Just something you do that keeps you eco-friendly every day. Now, this one, I think what went really well is we built a pretty good giveaway package. I mean, it had some pretty good stuff in it. Not that cheap, like I felt it had some value to who we were marketing towards. What went wrong with it is I think we didn't get it out there enough, and so we ended up not having that many people enter. I mean, we made 5 people very happy in the end, but not that many people entered. If we had a second go at it, I think we would have required a retweet or another comment or something like that in order to get it all going. Then we also created 2 animated shorts, which we think went really well. I mean, the animated shorts, they're very easy to use with Powtoon, and they came out very beautiful, very funny, that kind of thing. I think the only thing I could say that went wrong with that is the logo for Powtoon in the corner. It just doesn't look good. We just weren't willing to pay for the full version that removes that. And then the last thing we signed up to do was get 300 page views on Facebook, and we also signed up for 300 page views on our website. This was ultimately the most disappointing because we didn't get either, and we really didn't even get close. I think we were a little overzealous with the whole thing and thought that that'd be no problem. Not to mention, we thought because we'd be posting on each social media platform more than normal or more than was required, and along with our Fiverr campaign or Fiverr jobs we hired, we thought this was going to be a breeze. We were going to hit 600. 300 was nothing. it just didn't go that way, and that was probably the most disappointing thing. I can't really say anything went well with that. I mean, we worked really hard to post more than twice a day on every platform, so I think that maybe we can say that went well. Had we had another go at that, I think we would have, if not chosen something else, possibly shared the profiles on our own personal profiles, try and get our family and friends involved. But I think that what I took away from the social media campaign is it's really not easy. I mean, signing up for this class in the very beginning, I thought, how hard can it be? Social media is very easy. We all do it. Kids are doing it. Like, I mean, I have young 5-year-old siblings who are asking about Facebook. It's ridiculous. So it's not easy. I mean, you really have to learn your market. You need to learn your customers. You need to learn when to post, how to post. It's a lot. And I think that this social media campaign really helped bring that to light a little bit more and showed me that it's not just easy breezy 300 page views. You really got to work for it. And that's all I have. I think the social media campaign wasn't a total success, but I wouldn't call it a total failure either. And I hope that the next team can bring green tips even more.
Hi, my name is Lauren Frike. I was part of the Green Tips marketing team. I'm a junior majoring in human resource management and marketing. And an overview of what we did was we decided to give tips and resources to students and anyone that was following our pages about how to go green and reduce, reuse, and recycle their products. Some key takeaways that we learned were that we needed to work together as a team, and to do that, most of us posted on our own, at least through Buffer, which was a key tool that we used. I wish we had utilized it more, but Buffer definitely helped with making sure that our posts were not clashing with each other and that we all weren't posting around the same time. I think that our Facebook page has grown tremendously. The Facebook page was one of the more successful pages. We decided to promote our page a lot more than the Instagram and the Twitter. The Twitter needs a little bit of help, just with retweeting. Retweeting is not included in Buffer, and I think that we should be retweeting more posts because that's what a lot of Twitter accounts do. They retweet other people's accounts, and our followers will be able to find tips through those accounts as well as from ours. And I think that I personally could have done a lot more with the group, but busy schedules didn't really allow it. And I think that honestly it was a great group. I think that we did well. I think that our Instagram was improving day by day through the help of our team leader Kane, and our Pinterest has a lot more going for it, with more things that are pinned, more boards that people can look at and get tips from, and just unique things that people have come up with, such as making grocery bags out of t-shirts and how to make a spoon from a Sprite bottle, which is a video I did. And I think that some marketing tips for more people to use, and that I know that I figured out, was to present yourself head on with all the challenges that you take. Be personable when you're doing your social media campaigns, because when you're personable, people will listen more and they will understand the information better. And I think that another marketing tip for the whole class in general was to be relevant with your posts. If something was from 2016, don't post it. More of like 2018, 2019 information is the best, because then people are like, oh, this is a very relevant information for us to use.
Hi, my name is Amaris, and I'm a member of Team Green Tips. One of the takeaways I learned from the social media campaign is that each of these different platforms have different kinds of members, different audiences, different groups, and each social media platform fulfills different wants and needs of each of these different groups. What I believe went well was that our team, we were able to post on each of these different social media platforms, Twitter, Pinterest, and Facebook. We were all able to post a minimum of one each per day. So therefore, we were increasing the amount of posts that we were sharing on each of these platforms. And by doing that, we were able to post at different times of the day, morning, evening, afternoons, night. So we were able to reach a lot more of our audience doing it that way. What didn't work and what I would do different is specifically Facebook. And I would say the first week or two, I would have tried to make more Facebook friends, and making more Facebook friends, and then from there, after each week, expand it just a little bit more after each week passes, so that by the time the social media campaign begins, then we have already established a quality amount, certain quality of followers that already know who we are and what we're about and what our mission is as far as Green Tips. And 2 marketing tips that I learned from the social media campaign is that 1, creating quality content is important. So by creating content that is quality, we are able to reach our audience and able to share something with them that is of quality, and it encourages them to return and also to view our pages consistently. The second thing I learned was that it's important to incorporate one of the a mode of persuasion. Specifically, I think for our group, pathos is important. Being able to relate with our audiences through emotions is critical, especially when we're trying to encourage a greener style of living, reducing, recycling, reusing, things of that nature. So by emotionally engaging with them, it makes them want to be a bigger part of the picture and contribute to the overall objective of our mission.
So let's get into it. Short overview of what I did on the campaign. I posted a lot on Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Just general posts, trying to keep the interaction going on those pages, and to try and get something going with that. Takeaways you learned: it is hard to post every single day. It is really hard to post every single day. Especially when it's something that maybe you're not as informed about as others are. It was really difficult to kind of post every single day and yet, try to get interaction every single day as well. Things that I think went well, I think that I did a great job with the Pinterest and letting my creativity go and like connecting things to what I was trying to get across with like you can add a little link at the bottom for like an article that relates to your pin and stuff like that. And so I was really good about finding those articles, finding things I kind of felt like I wanted to kind of get out that day, and then just putting the pieces together. So I felt like that was really good with that. What went wrong? Posting every single day and getting interaction was difficult for me, especially because I wasn't super into this like so much. I'm not a very green person, as I would say, and so it's very difficult for me to be involved in this when I really wasn't into it, and then to try to post every single day about something that I wasn't completely into was a bit of a challenge. Along with trying to get interaction, I feel like a lot of the time, since I didn't have a visual media to go with it, it was hard to get interaction involved. Along with that, I think two things going forward that I would say about this would be try to act into it. You know, when I felt like I was like, I'm going to do this, I'm excited to do this, I felt like my post was a little bit better. Maybe it wasn't as basic mom just got on Facebook kind of post. It was a little bit better than that. And I also felt like having a visual media is something that I think a lot of people marketing should do. It helps people connect to what you're trying to talk about. It's a great way to pull your audience in and keep your product in front of their face longer, because it takes up more of their screen. And so that's kind of how I felt like this campaign went. I think overall we did great. I loved being a part of my group, and I loved it.
Hi, my name is Madison Gorey. I was a part of the group Green Tips, and throughout this 2-week social media campaign, I helped post on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest every single day, anything about the environment, tips on how to live a more eco-friendly lifestyle, eco-friendly clothing brands, anything in that realm is what I really focused on. Takeaways that I learned throughout the campaign is definitely to create content that your audience gravitates towards. And I was able to look at that through Facebook. Each post I would do, I could see how many people it reached, or, you know, your likes or comments, anything like that. And then also how to effectively create a social media post. So you want to be creative, but you also want to give out good information. And so finding a balance between that is something I learned. What went well was I was able to learn a lot of information that I didn't know beforehand. And that was really interesting. What went wrong was there was at least 2 days that I did forget to post until probably 10 o'clock at night. And those days are when I didn't write down or remind myself to post, or I didn't use buffer effectively. So that was the only mishap that I went throughout the 2 weeks. And then 2 marketing tips that I learned throughout the campaign is definitely know when to post. So for any company, making sure you know the best time to post is pretty important. I found the evening time was the most effective time to post, that you would get the most reach for each post, just because people are getting off work. They're looking at social media a lot more than, you know, in the afternoon when they're at work. Also, that simplicity is the best sometimes. Sometimes I would try to be too creative with a post or too wordy, and it just didn't get the message across as effectively as just having it be really simple. Just get the information out there, but also be creative. So that's what I learned throughout our 2-week social media campaign.